Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, you dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to enter the room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy. She really leaves me no choice to gently open the door. What? Yo, what's guys? Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Grandmaster Shimon, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here for yet another exciting episode of Monika Before Story. In the last episode, we actually got to festival preparations and were able to choose Sayori to go check in on Sayori and see how she's doing. Potentially, I don't know if that's activating her route or not, but either way, we're going to check in on Sayori and we're going to help her out, which was we were unable to do in the original storyline. Obviously, nothing about this is really the same as the old one. Obviously, we're the club president, and so we really get to make the decisions around here. So if you guys are hyped for today's episode, make sure you click that thumbs up button down below for me, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you haven't already. But without further ado, we're going to get right on into this exciting, eventful episode. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but I mean, I wanted to hope nothing bad would happen the entire Doki Literature Club original game experience, and let's see how that went over. Anyway, with that, I guess the day is about to end. Everyone still had a good time, even if Sayori left a little earlier. Monika took time to pitch her ideas for raising awareness about the Literature Club on the day of the festival. Yuri told us about her selection of aromas for the club to raise atmosphere, as well as to bring enough cups for visitors. Natsuki raised concerns about purchasing ingredients, to which we all pooled money for. I guess that's all that's left is to do is... I guess all that is left is to make do with my tip of the day. Jesus Christ, words. Okay, you three, before we leave, here's Shei Senpai's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or something unexpected may happen. Look at all their faces. They're like, the fuck is this person talking about? And I'm like, don't worry, I saved my progress like 9 times, guys. You know, if I ever need to change my decisions. Anyway, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You're all dismissed. I must be unpacking my things to head home. Sayori approaches me. Wait, what? I read that right? What? The thoughts of today put me in an ecstatic mood. I'm going to spend a lot of time with Sayori tomorrow. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. This is the chance I have to make something happen between us, or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take it off my mind. I seriously can't wait. She approached us, but she didn't really approach us. Alright, it's a little dim. It's already Saturday. I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early that day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. It's really mostly about homework, or her needing help sometimes. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. She sent me a couple text messages that we were going to meet a little earlier in the morning, but I think it would be best if I just visited her instead. I don't know, this music makes me think something really bad is about to happen. I decided to visit Sayori before she can come over. Rather than asking, I simply text her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. I had to tutor her once for mathematics, but ended up doing her homework. Once I reached Sayori's house, I knocked on the door before entering it. Again, we used to play so often that we've made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's in her room. I'm not ready for this. Is it gonna be the depression thing again? Because unless we're gonna do it early, what if we do it early? What if she's already gone? Guys, I don't know if I can handle this yet. Whew. It's still daylight though. I'm not playing this at midnight like I did the first time. If you guys watch my original playthrough, I got like seriously like it was midnight. It was like 1 in the morning. It was completely dark. I didn't have like my camera on. You couldn't see my reactions, I don't think, if I remember correctly. But I was having a hard time. Maybe I did. I don't remember. It's been a really long time. It's already strange for her not to come downstairs and greet me. Oh man, I head up to her bedroom to find her. Sayori? Okay. Whew. Deep breath. Hey, Shay-senpai! I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. Yeah, her room's kind of a mess. And this right here, if you guys can see that, that worries me. And there's certain days in this entire month is crossed off. I don't know. I was having some problems the first time I played through the original game, so I don't know if some of this messiness was in the original game or not. Probably. There's a moment of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Feels like a year. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had since my first visit. I should have cleaned up before you arrived. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? You couldn't wait a few hours? Sorry about that. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. Sayori smiles, shaking her head. It's just no good, Shay-senpai. What? Something feels wrong about everything. It feels off. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like the club, like the world, like everything is wrong. Interesting. What do you mean by wrong? You shouldn't even be thinking about me right now. I feel out of place. Like I'm floating alone. I think this is why the world decided to have you come over today. Whenever I see you, I feel more and more broken. Why? Shouldn't you be, if one of the reasons why you're depressed all the time is because the main character seems to be out of your reach and seems to be going after other girls, wouldn't it be kind of great to have that person care about you? I mean, I don't know. To be fair, depression works differently for everyone. Again, I know just as well as anybody that has had depression. Especially, depression that happens frequently. So, I don't know. I don't know. Sayori, I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Shay-senpai, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. The problem isn't with me, it's with this world. This world? What are you talking about, Sayori? It really doesn't matter, Shay-senpai. It just hurts and I wish the pain would stop. You'll never really understand. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all. Wait, does she know something that we don't? I'm so confused. I mean, even if she's the vice president, she still shouldn't have broken the fourth wall or anything. It's only when you become president that you do that. So we should be the only one who's breaking the wall, but she's having feelings that the world is completely strange. Man. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. It stopped. It stopped. The music stopped. No, Shay-senpai. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could help is if everything could be as it always was. But it's broken. And I sound stupid explaining myself. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. If you had... I had you make the literature club because I was selfish. And I'm being... Wait, what? And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you've come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. What? Whoa. Sayori! Wow. I'm so confused. So she feels like she made us do the literature club, which probably isn't true. I feel like the main character was like super into literature and stuff, and was already the president of the literature club, remember. So, I don't know. Once again, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Ah, Shei-senpai. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. You're my vice president. I'm really happy that you're by my side. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. I enjoy your company in class. I love the way you... Shei-senpai. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She's sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please, don't do this. Shei-senpai, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her to know is that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you should let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Wakarimasen. Gently, Sayori puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of this, Shei-senpai. The only time my headache goes away is if we do things we used to do. But your hugs are so cold now, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is on Monday. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like it if you and me spent time together? In a post-festival activity? It's what I want. I promise. President and Vice President. Just you and me. I think that would be nice. Then, yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. But aren't we supposed to be helping Sayori? With me leading the club, I'm sure we'll be a successful festival. I mean, it's almost time for Sayori to... Are you not supposed... Wait, I'm confused. What? Nani? It's almost time for Sayori to meet me at my house. Can I count on my vice president? Oh, we're like, it's almost time for Sayori to meet me at my house. Can I count on you to be there? Sayori nods her head. I'm sorry about earlier, Shei-senpai. I'll make it up to you, alright? That sounds good. I'll do my best to make sure you feel good. You can trust me. Okay. Don't worry too much about it. Alright. I look forward to it. Let's go to work on the festival now. Okay, Shei-senpai. I've got some good ideas for a pamphlet design. We got a lot of good suggestions that begin appeals for the student population. Wait. Oh. Whoa, she went back into her school uniform. Wait, what the fuck? I really had a good time. Seems like the festival's coming up soon. What did we say? I got a lot of good suggestions that can appeal to the school student population, like using book designs maybe in a couple of clip arts we find on the web. Oh, and there's logistics too, and distributing the pamphlets. Say, are you even listening? I had a good time. Seems like the festival is coming up soon. I hope things go well. Me fucking too. It's the day of the festival. Guys, I don't like this. This is where Sayori dies. I don't like this. I think she's gonna still do it. I think that nothing is going to change. Even though we're president. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with my vice president, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to check on her again, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with everyone at the festival. But with what we have planned, I'm sure the event will go great too. This is bad. Everything's dark. Sayori's dead. There's no doubt in my mind Sayori's dead. Sayori is dead as fuck. It's over. She probably gave Monika the thing. Monika's actually in an undercover operation to help her kill herself. Again. Oh, no. That's funny. I'm the only one at school. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Oh, Monika's not even here yet. There are little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They may be ones Monika prepared for all the poems we've been performing. I'm surprised Sayori isn't here. As vice president, she could have accompanied me. That dummy. I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not really nearly that simple for her. Okay, you're gonna open it, and it's gonna the get out of my head poem's gonna be there, isn't it? I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yes, you should have. Why do I feel a heavy weight of air? Oh no, this is just a bad dream. This is just. I make a dash for the door. Yep, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, he didn't even have to. The main character didn't even have to read the poem. He's like, this is bad. I need to go check on her. She's dead. She's dead. It's over. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least meet up with her or help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, you dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to enter the room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy. She really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. What? I feel a light slap on my face. Shay-senpai. A cheery voice cuts through the darkness. I groan tiredly. Wake up, sleepyhead. Whoever went up to me, searched to shake my body. Sheesh, what more do I have to do to wake you up? Maybe I'll get some water and dump it on you. Or coffee would work too, I guess. After hearing that, I truly wake up. It's okay, I'm awake. My eyes open and the room I was in comes into view. Nani? Wait, she's alive? What the hell? There's a bunch of candles. This music, though? Okay. I was just wondering if that was just my headset, but it's so dark still. Outside in the hallways, I can hear the sounds of students walking around. Their voices all cluttered together. My attention is drawn back to see who is waking me up. It's Sayori. With a smirk on her face, she playfully flicks my nose. Geez, and you always question me on my lateness. At least I didn't fall asleep on a very important day. Did she just slap the main character so hard that we got knocked unconscious? Damn! We open the door. Sayori, I'm worried. Bam! Shit. That was a little hard. I'm sorry, I've been here since the crack of dawn this morning with the other club presidents helping set up the festival. I got really tired and I ended up laying down on the floor. Wait, what? Oh, that was a bad... Wait, was that really a bad dream? Did we legitimately fall asleep on the floor and wake up with Sayori? The next thing I knew, I was knocked out cold. I sheepishly giggle. I'm just glad we're all here. Sorry, Sayori. Sayori smiles warmly. I'm just kidding around, you know. It doesn't bother me that much that you slept. A nervous giggle escapes Sayori's lips. I mean, you know me. I've slept in a lot, and you've always tolerated it. I open my mouth to retort, but I close it, laughing heartily in response to what Sayori said. She smiles back, warming up in the chilly morning atmosphere. My eyes glance around the classroom once more. In the doorway, I see Monika standing there with an amused smile. You two really aren't morning people, huh? Monika approaches us both. I know Sayori isn't, but I wouldn't have guessed you were too, senpai. Sayori starts to play with her fingers awkwardly. Monika continues to stare at us, waiting for the conversation to continue. Silence decides to stick around for a moment. Out of the blue, I see the dynamic duo of Pink and Purple enter. I like how pink and purple hair, totes normal. Natsuki is holding a copy of Chasing Ghosts. Yuri is holding the first volume of Parfait Girls. Ah, that's so nice. Look at that. They're exchanging their favorite things. Good morning, everyone. Wait, are you two holding the wrong books? They normally belong to the other. Natsuki crosses her arms defensively over her chest. Well, I'm gonna try and read something out of my comfort zone. I've always beat up books with descriptive words, but I never truly sat down and read them, so after the festival, I'm gonna start reading Chasing Ghosts. Yuri promised me that she would at least read the first volume of Parfait Girls. Yuri starts to play with her hair. Well, I did promise you that. I won't lie, I'm a little excited to try and read something different from my usual, so this will be an interesting experience for us both. Sayori steps in between the two. I'm really glad to see you two getting along so well. Me too, honestly. Monika also chimes in the conversation. It's a stark contrast to when you're new to your usual engagements that I very much enjoy seeing. The four start talking about random topics. Monika reels it in by directing the attention towards me. Who are you going to speak to first, Shay-senpai? Speak to first? Well, don't you want to check up on your members or something? Interesting. I mean, everyone's here. I want to talk to Natsuki because she's my fave. I smile and jokingly bend a little bit to reach Natsuki's eye level. How's the club cutie doing this morning? Wow, that's asking to get punched in the face. Natsuki throws her hands by her sides. I'm not cute, Shay-senpai. That I can just imagining that in my mind is very cute. So, I mean, you didn't really help yourself. And does everyone really think that I'm the club cutie? I decided to leave Natsuki infuriated and move on. So, are you ready for the festival, Natsuki? I mean, I suppose so. I wish I could be back home because I found a game my dad and I can play together. Really? That's good. I hope it's a good game. I mean, if you'd rather be there, that's good, right? I raised my eyebrow out. You found a game that you and your dad can play. Yeah, it's like a cool fighting game. Me and my dad played it last night. Whoa, Natsuki. I believe I've said this a number of times on other ones, on other visual novels and the like. You have to take the other person out of the sentence and it still has to make sense. Me played? No, I played. So my dad and I played it last night. Come on, Natsuki, you're in a literature club. Shame on you. He actually found it fun. My dad isn't normally into most modern day stuff and prefers older games for their pixelated aesthetic. But my dad finds it fun. What game are you talking about? Because I might know what it is depending on what you're talking about. Trust me, you wouldn't know about it. It's a pretty cool fighting game. We argue over the best character. In the end, we all agreed that the best character was the guy throwing blue fireballs. He can whoop some butt, I tell you. Even though I know nothing about what she's talking about, I realize why she relates to whoever that is. Do you think you can whoop some, Natsuki? You better bet that I'll be serving some to that audience at the festival today. I'm ready to go, honestly. I've got my attitude since I've slept well. Not to mention my poems and treats. Well, that's phenomenal. Natsuki blinked. For a moment, she looked confused. Oh, I know what that word means. Yuri used it on our way to the club room this morning. Phenomenal? I feel like everybody... Anyway, I ask a question that may bring on another side of Natsuki. How have you and Yuri been, Natsuki? Me and Yuri? Natsuki takes a moment to think. To be honest, we've almost become sisters. Yuri and I agreed that we can talk about what matters to us most when we present our poems. Plus, we had a very heartfelt conversation about our differences. As you know, Yuri and I are exchanging books. We did that as a bonding thing. I've already read the beginning of Chasing Ghosts, and I've got to say, it's totally a Yuri kind of book. Deep things, lore, exposition, right? Yeah, exposition. Okay, I'm kind of loving it. Sorry, I'd love to hear you ramble more, but we have a festival to get to. Let's go strong today, okay? Natsuki nods. Let's swing it out of the ballpark. After our exchange, I return to the group. My attention returns to the other club members. Okay. Let's go with Sayori last. Let's go with Yuri next. I see Yuri smile. As always, Yuri stands tall in her usual elegant manner. Hello, Shay-senpai. I hope you like the decorating I did today. Decorating, huh? The room is amazing, even though the room is amazing. There's that signature aromatic scent to things. The atmosphere is just on point. I was never really clarified on how many materials I needed to bring, but I thought I brought enough for 2 classrooms. Yuri smiled and turns her head to face the doors of the classroom. I thought I'd bring some extra supplies to promote our poems. I smirk and let out a chuckle. God damn, dude, the English language is hard for me to put together today. Jesus. But I'm so glad Sayori's alive. I'm still kind of like reeling over the fact that she didn't just... Oh man, I was freaking out. I was having a heart attack. You guys saw. I tell you what, man. I get so invested in my visual novels. Like, it's kind of insane. If you watch the Fatal 12 one, I'm like way into that shit. This one, Little Busters, is going to be terrific. I tell you, when I get into something, I get hella into it. So... I'm still reeling. Like, I know shit is probably about to happen, but... What's with the funny smile, Shay-senpai? Well, you normally put a lot of thought into what you say, but sometimes you don't consider what you do. What caused you to come up with the promotional plan? I had coffee this morning instead of tea, so I'm feeling a little more stimulated than usual. I gasped a bit. Yuri didn't seem like the type of woman who'd be into coffee. I bet Monika had something to do with this. Yeah, that's correct. Monika said I should try new things, so I had my first cup of coffee. Now she's fucking hyper. Awesome. How did you drink your first cup, Yuri? 3 spoonfuls of sugar and 3 packets of cream. It was very sweet, but I still got to enjoy the caffeine. A different way of starting the morning was necessary, I feel, for today, considering it's the festival. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear something else, too. And what would that be? Natsuki convinced me to play video games again. This time, I played something out of my comfort zone. It's a cute little game based on Parfait Girl's manga she read. Wait, there's a video game based on a slice of life novel? Unless it's a visual novel, I am just dumbfounded. Seriously. You play as one of the girls and you attempt to be a mayor while balancing your superhero alter ego. Huh, that's interesting. It's based off Parfait Girls. Based on what I've heard about Parfait Girls, superhero alter ego and being the mayor sounds a little bit different. But, you know. It's a very silly game, but I enjoyed playing it this morning. I laugh at Yuri's sudden enjoyment of the different mediums. What are you laughing at? You and the fact that you're suddenly so interested in listening to Natsuki and doing what she suggests to you. That's interesting to me. Well, I blame the fact that Natsuki is sweet and cutesy. I'm glad someone else agrees over Natsuki's adorableness, especially coming from you, Yuri. I thought you would have argued the opposite. Well, today is a different day. I'm trying to change my ways. I'm even being a bit more talkative and accepting. That's a good attitude to have. I'm really happy to hear it. Anyways, do you have your poem? Of course. It's all prepped and ready to go. I feel like I'm going into a play, honestly. Well, why is that? I'd like to try and perfect my reading skills today to be the best I can be. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Keep it up, or keep your head up. Let's get through today, okay? I hold my hand up to Yuri to high five. She gently returns the gesture, giving me another warm smile. See, I could also picture that. Yuri just like, That's just what I imagine when her giving a soft high five is just like her touching your hand and just being like, yay. My attention returns to the other club members. Alright, let's go with Monika next. Monika looks perplexed as I approach her. She's got this soft stare on top of that, not to mention her hands are firmly pressed to her sides. I guess she's on edge for some reason. Hey, Monika. Monika nods her head to acknowledge my greeting. Hey, Shay-senpai. Big day today, huh? Yeah, everyone did a good job with the room this morning. For a moment, I thought the whole thing would be a chore and we'd all end up fighting or something, to a point where we'd never see this day happen, you know? Yeah, I guess this is all an insane effort in itself when you think about it, Shay-senpai. 3 days, and we managed to pull it off together. Take a good look. We've got Yuri's banner and aroma scents, Natsuki's signature cupcakes, Sayori's pamphlet designs, and now all we have to do is wait and see if people bite into the little advertising stunts I've done all over the weekend. Advertising stunts? Yeah, I spoke to some of my old connections in the debate and sports clubs, not to mention some of the faculty. It's amazing what one can accomplish online these days, given the little focused research and determination. She would be the one to do that. Yeah, I guess I'm happy we made it to the festival in one piece. Pretty sure things would have been different if what? Never mind, Monika. Truth be told, things do seem rather off for some reason. Maybe it's just me. It feels as if I've lost my voice. I don't seem to follow, but I wish you luck and if you ever need to find it again. Maybe I shouldn't have left the presidency, I had a really good run in the debate club. I gazed at Monika's eyes. The forest green eyes. Oddly enough, they looked very tired. Don't get me wrong, I liked the debate club. I was probably one of the most opinionated people there, especially when it came to philosophy, ethics, utility, science, and technology. But ever since I've left, I had to deal with being lonely. It's crippling, really. Kind of a shame that we didn't get to spend some time together. Oh? But we did spend some time together at the literature club. I don't seem to follow. Like I said, never mind. I stare at Monika, whose odd silence overcomes her. I pat Monika's shoulders and then step away from her. My attention returns to the other club members. So I feel like it's almost as though everyone's like having these dreams about what happened with Monika being the club president, and Monika and Sayori are getting a really big hint at that. I haven't been getting as much from Yuri, though that's probably because she hated me for the last 2 episodes, and so I didn't really get to talk to her very much, and so she doesn't really seem all that different. And then Natsuki, I mean, kind of, but not really at the same time. I feel like those two are kind of left out. Sayori obviously being the first death, and then Monika being the club president, knowing everything. They probably have the most intense flashbacks. Sayori, I choose you! I didn't get a response at first. Sayori stares blankly at me as if I'm crazy, then a smile spreads across her face. Oh, I remember that game! I used to play it a lot as a kid, on my old little game console. Shei-senpai, do you remember us playing together? Of course I do. Must have been during one of those tutoring lessons at her home. I don't really remember. My memory is all hazy. Well, Sayori, we did spend a lot of time battling each other, too. I assume you've gotten better over the years? Sayori begins to go off on a tangent. My love for gaming must have influenced her, I think. Okay. Whenever the music stops, I'm like, something happened. So it took me some time to figure out the controls, and the hardest part was actually choosing. I like the blue ones the most, and they're really strong. The green ones are really terrifying, and I remember how no one could catch them. And I had trouble understanding the stuff like poison types. Oh, did I forget to mention the pink swinging one that was really cute? I mean, I loved using them against you. Yeah, you kept losing because of that. Sorry, that game series is a pretty big part of my life at home too. Honestly, why do you think I don't get out of bed sometimes? Sometimes I'm lazy and sometimes I'm playing all the games with all those characters I just listed. Sayori, I get it. Listen, I could be pretty passionate with games, manga, and anime too. Sometimes I think we could have been leading the games club instead. That's fine, I'm happy we're all together. Sorry to interrupt you, but I have one thing to say regarding your ramble. What would that be? I'd love to battle you sometime tomorrow. Sayori's eyes fire up with excitement. You're on! Oh, Shei-senpai, now that you're here, did you get to see the pamphlets? I guess I haven't reviewed them yet. Oh, so, you know how I walked out last Friday and kind of didn't write a poem? I decided on writing one, after you visited me last Saturday. Oh, I see. I decided on teasing Sayori a little bit. I bet you just feel guilty that everyone had 3 poems while you only had 2. Wah! It's true! While Sayori is drowning in guilt, I just had to pick up one of the pamphlets on the school desk. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly listed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. I soon flipped to Sayori's poem. Flowers on the field. Sometimes the nights aren't dark. Sometimes the blanket isn't cold. Whoa. Sometimes I see a friend standing in the field, a field of flowers bright and gold. Blue, red, purple, green, like a rainbow that like strings to a beat, like fingers snapping to the wind. It's the same dream each time, but I don't feel sad. I feel like breakfast and eggs. I feel like sunlight after the rain. I feel like cookies and cupcakes, and all my problems go away. Flowers on the field help me grow. Flowers on the field don't go. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of the snow. That's kind of scary. Like, I feel like... Oh, man. The ending is really what gets me here. Oh, shit, what? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, you think Shosei Senpai? I wrote this after taking a nap, so I thought it would be terrible. Well, you did good with this one. I think it kind of completes the story, you know? Completes the story? Yeah, with the festival going on, it's all balanced. Anyways, I guess I avoided the question for a bit. Are you excited for today, Shei Senpai? I'm excited and nervous. I have no clue how today is going to play out. Me either! For now, though, I'm going to keep my head high. I have to anyways, for you and the others. How are you feeling about today's festival? Sayori's hands go up by her sides as she speaks. Well, I feel the same way. I'm honestly waiting for the festival to start so I can see if it either goes poorly or if it goes great. Do you have your poem, Sayori? You know, the one you were supposed to present today? Ah, right. No worries, I got my poem and my attitude today ready for today. I'm worried as worried as I am for how the day will run, I'm going to try and sustain a smile and make everyone happy. That's the Sayori we all know and love. Keep it up. I hold my hand out for a high five. Sayori's palm comes smacking into mine. I walk away from Sayori while shaking my hand. My attention returns to the other club members. After checking in with the 4 girls, I go over to close the doors for of the classroom. With that said, that's going to be it for this episode, so make sure you guys click that thumbs up button down below for me because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the series thus far. I always appreciate all of the great comments from all of you guys, and that's about it. So make sure you guys tune in for the next episode, and we'll see you all next time.